Y'all need to wake y'all game up. And speaking of wake y'all game up, let's talk politics for a second, right? Yes, we're going to force feed politics down your throat every episode because the black community needs to get more serious politically. We need to get a hand at the table in the game. We don't have any pieces on the board that hold power in the game. We're just pawns. We need to get to the end of the other side of the board so we can turn into a rook. We can turn into a put another queen on the board where we actually have power, because that's the whole goal. If you don't have power, you have nothing. Y'all only chasing a damn dollar bill, not realizing there's really no power in money
at this point,
because money is made up. They can just skyrocket inflation anytime they want. It's not backed by anything tangible like gold or diamonds or anything. Like, it's nothing. It's paper that they print. So they hold the power in that because they hold the key to the damn printer. Exactly. So who really has the power? The ones giving the money out or the ones receiving? In our minds, as long as we got money, we got power. No, that's not true. You saw what happened to Kanye, right? He made the wrong move. They pushed that button and all that damn money he had was out of there. Yeah. All the deals he had was out of there. Now he's back up to billionaire status. I think he's at like 2.7.
But he hasn't made a peep about that shit.
He hasn't made a peep about nothing. He's been quietly making his money. So money's not power. The ultimate goal is to have power. So we have to get in the game to get the power. And the reason I say that, we may have to eliminate a lot of the mindset that was programmed in us from the older generations. The same way we like to preach, if we want to get black people back on track, we might got to delete and eliminate some of these street niggas because they're halting the progress. That's the same way politically. A lot of these old niggas, a lot of your grannies and aunties is stuck in their ways because they was tricked way back in the 60s and the 50s, and it's 2025 and they still got the mindset of 1950. And they're preaching the politics that they was preaching back then. Now, the game has changed. Black people created the Republican Party. We started it. And look who runs it now. So if that don't tell you the game has changed, I don't know what will. Your granny was telling you Democrat, vote blue no matter who. Your pops was telling you Democrat, vote blue no matter who. A lot of our pops was veterans. My pops being one of them. And the rhetoric he talks is still from back then. I can hear it. But it's like he's stuck in his ways forever. It's over, yeah. Your auntie gonna be stuck in her ways forever. They're not waking up. They still relying on CNN and Fox. Oh, Trump's a bad guy. And I'm not saying Trump's a good guy, but I'm just saying they don't even have the mindset open enough to even take in new knowledge because they were taught any new knowledge given from a different party was propaganda. They weren't even open to listening to the other side.
Yeah, they're not looking at it from a 360 view, right? Like you even look at how they raise us up just to go to school, just to get that good job, just to get a house. And then we were raised up to believe all these things, and then we got, full blown grown, and now we're in an economy where that's not possible. We're in an economy where school don't really mean shit. Niggas who don't go to school and are dumb as fuck make more money than the nigga who has an 8-year degree. So we have to figure out, the people now and the adults now, how to, learn and adapt and then give that to the younger generation. Because if we do keep going off with a lot of things that the older heads taught us, we're going to be in the same exact position that they were in. And then our kids are going to be in the same exact position. So we do have to figure out how we can fix that for sure. And one of it is, unfortunately, we got to kind of leave the old heads behind. Now, there's some things that they did do that were good, and we understand they weren't gods. They're human. They made their mistakes. That's all great. But there is a lot of shit that we got to put to bed forever, because if not, we're going to be stuck forever.
That's a fact. And one of them things we got to put to bed is arguing amongst ourselves, amongst which party we belong to, knowing for a fact neither party have our best interests in mind. So at some point, we need to come with our own motherfucking party and get our own seat at the table.
We got to stop looking at politics as a status symbol. And that's what we do in the black community. Oh, you Democrat? Okay, you good. Oh, you Republican? Oh, you're dumb. You're bad. Oh, you don't believe in politics? Oh, you don't vote? Oh, okay, you're really dumb now. Like there's no way you know about anything, when in reality, everybody has their own perspective. And if we could come together, be more open-minded, and look at things at a 360 view, we could learn a lot more than just looking at it as, oh, I'm Democrat, so I put my nose up in the air, or I'm Republican, so I look this way. That shit doesn't really mean anything. It comes down to economics at the end of the day of how we're going to move forward.